Welcome to the West Texas town of El Paso, the Sun Bowl, and home to the UTEP Miners, and it's always a pleasure to come out this way, and we're certainly excited about the game we have in store. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the New Mexico State Aggies, taking on another team from the ACC, the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Miners will put total leather and we'll get started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell, pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases, quarterback now snap.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Number 26. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. And they got him for the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Big first down sack for the defense brings up 2nd down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. The 20. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll go to the ground. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miners. The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Fair catch, called for and made. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
To the air on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Split backs here. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Yeah, this defense is dialed in. Already forced one interception. They had a chance right there to get another one. Everything this offense does so far, they are reading it, breaking on it, making some plays.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
New Mexico State trying to retain possession on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. New Mexico State lines up quickly. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Offense getting set for first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Weaver. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Now on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. The Miners brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
It's complete to the right. Oh, what a cut! He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Miners will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
The give to the back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
He's got his man, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, a fresh set of downs for the offense.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
The Miners trying to cash it in on first and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Utah.
It's gonna be a good day, boys.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Quarterback looks for a little space. Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Number 10 is in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final.
Number 16 set to kick off.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Now after the short completion, it's second down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to move it through the air. They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Running it to the right. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
Second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll try to do it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure. But this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a first down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
Second down.
He's looking for a man on second down. Coming after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Floating away. Slings it downfield. He's got it. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires left. Wide open downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. This guy can throw it. Pressure coming. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Aggies will kick it off to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They put points on the board in the first half but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nice move, create some space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff to the lone back. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. Dances away again. Touchdown, UTEP! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Stopped after making the catch. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. perfectly complete. Oh, spender fella, and he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Spins away from the defender. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the ground. The Aggies pick up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with his back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Texas State managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the weather there in San Marcos this week. These Bobcats are to blame for this one being so close. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Fair catch, called for and made. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
42 Spider.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter.
New Mexico State, 28. UTEP, 27.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
29 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. What a snag by the defense. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
This offense has a second down play. They'll try the run. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Second and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Miners.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
He's got it for the two-point conversion.
How about that for a momentum swing? Defense gets the pick six, offense comes right back on the field, and they get the two-point conversion.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
On the run, still looking. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tackle is made after the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Wide out in motion. Going up top on first down. Skips away from pressure. He throws into the middle of the field. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And those are tough passes when you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines. It's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows, and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll fire to his right. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Using the spin move. And he's brought down after a nice gain. New Mexico State lines up quickly. The back goes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And, guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Trying to barge in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates a negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs... with a stop to close this thing out. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Finds his big tight end. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. And the Miners will have a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Trying to find his man on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out of the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
The Miners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Weaver. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They're getting everybody to the line of scrimmage. Got to line up, spike it, stop the clock, and try to get the game-winning field goal up. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Off play action. Buys a little extra time. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
I don't want to pile on and kill this young man that plays QB, but you have to understand situational football. You got to understand, a field goal puts me in the lead. This game is tied. The worst thing I could do is throw an interception.
Can anyone catch him? Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's taking a deep shot. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team.